Kaiju collectors and Kaiju fans, it's Thomas here with Monster Island Kaiju Reviews, and today we have a pretty exciting review of a interesting, I would say this is a custom figure, right? Like this is a figure by Hitodama Studio. I don't want to butcher the name. It's either, yeah, I think it's Hitodama, right? It's not Hitodama Studio, and it's hand sculpted. There you go. That's what I'm trying to say. And he calls this a limited fan art statue, and it's a Jumbo Minilla, otherwise known as Minya. He actually even signed it. I just noticed he signed the card, which is very cool. It's made with hollow fiber resin. Actually, he said made with hollow fiber resin technique. I believe this was like announced that this was going to be made, I think, in February of this year, I believe. And then I think he updated it a little bit later on, and then he said this was going to be available. I just didn't remember how many. I just knew it was going to be limited. But this thing is only 10. There's only 10 of these made. I got number 6, as you guys maybe have saw this little card in the beginning of the video. But boy, this thing is pretty cool. I want to say it's slightly stylized, not by much though, because I think I was comparing this guy with one of the different Minyas, and it had a little bit shorter neck, and I think that's a younger Manila possibly. And then I saw another one, and then his neck was a little bit more exposed, so I think that's what he's based on. But I wanted to show you something really quick here. This one here has a magnetized tail, or the base is magnetized. I did do a test on it earlier, and it did go in. I just wanted to show you how simple it is. Initially, I thought he had that this mold shrunk or something, and it didn't fit. But it just is snug. And let me see. There we go. See, I did it. That wasn't hard, right, guys? Now that's awesome. Now I wouldn't be swinging him around. I don't want to test the magnet, but it's very, very stable. No problem. And you know, right out of the box, I thought he looked pretty cool. I was a little bit concerned that it might not look quite accurate, but it's really good. And in this darkened room, you may not notice even some of the subtle paint variances. It just looks probably pretty gray to you, right, guys? It just looks gray, but there is some highlighting, some shading, or yeah, I would say it's kind of like, yeah, there's additional dry brushing. So he said that he was going to take his time to make sure that the paint was pretty much on point, and I'm going to say yes, it is. I didn't really even take a really good look at him. Yeah, so he did a really nice job. I'm not sure what his styling technique is, if he tends to use brush or dry brush and hand painting. Yeah, I want to say he does both. I can kind of tell that it's been airbrushed too, which is good. It gives a nice finish when they get airbrush this. So anyways, back to the quick story on this guy. When I saw this guy was possibly going to be made, you know, I was a little bit hesitant because I have so many figures already, statues, and you know, I am a fan of Minilla. You know, the '67 Son of Godzilla film. It does there's a soft spot for that film because I basically grew up on it, and that was one of the earlier films that I saw, and so that's probably where the fondness began. All right, yeah. So yeah, this guy is really nicely done. The mouth is pink inside, a little hard to see, but it's pretty good. I don't even remember how the inside of Manilla's mouth is really. I think it was pretty simple. I don't think there was anything going on there. You know, he's only got like 5 teeth. 5 teeth. That's right. That's so funny. But yeah, this guy looks really nice. Definitely not something you can see every day. One of this size. And a quick story on why I decided to get this is a fellow kaiju collector, kaiju fan suggested that I should just get it because it's going to be unlikely that this is going to be made as a gigantic by X Plus. Perhaps Spiral Studios or even Omega Beast might jump on it now, but before that, you know, before those companies existed, I think this would be pretty unlikely. I mean, this is one of those characters or figures or kaiju rather that you love or you might hate. I mean, it's kind of messed up for this particular guy. He gets a beating sometime. He gets beaten by Gabra, but then he also gets beaten by the fans or the fans that love to gripe about this. They even call him ugly. That's messed up. I don't think he's really ugly. I mean, he's a little strange looking, I guess. But this is all fantasy stuff. I dig him. But without saying too much more, God, I can't remember even what I said. My head is spinning. It's been many months waiting for this guy. I believe this guy was sent out maybe end of September, and I was waiting, and I was wondering where it was. I think I asked the seller or the studio about it about a month ago, and he said, "Yeah, I'm sorry, it's just a long trip." And they said it would come early part of December, and it's here, and it was packed really well. It was no problem at all, absolutely no damage. So rest assured, if you get anything from this studio, it's gonna be packed well and safe. And you know what? Before it gets too dark over here, I'm gonna bring this guy. Yeah, I'm actually gonna bring this guy out. This guy is pretty heavy, so I hope there's no issue. I rarely bring the big ones out. It's just, I got to trek out to where I go, and I'm just worried that I'm gonna drop it. But I think I'll be okay. So let's go ahead and do that right now, and we'll also bring some figures over there for some quick size comparisons, and then we'll come right back and I'll give you my quick final words. And let's do that right now.
Godzilla says that I should learn to fight my own battles, though.
For our first comparisons, we have a Minilla finger puppet and also a Bandai 1991 Minilla. And hold up a second, there's some trouble coming. And there's Gabra taking the spotlight from Minilla once again. To the left, we do have a X plus 25 centimeter Minilla. And finally, here are all the figures together along with the Bandai 1993 Baby Godzilla. Alright guys, we are back. And I wanted to show a couple more figures before we close out this quick review. This one here is the X plus 30 centimeter Minilla. I forgot that this guy actually is kind of it's soft, it's squishy, kind of, definitely squishy. And you guys can see here, it's pretty close. So I think this is the one that I was talking about. that has had a little bit more of a neck. So that is the one, the 30 centimeter Minya, although he is not big at all. But I guess he scales with the 67 30 centimeter, which is behind a bunch of other stuff. Otherwise, I would have him right here. But this one is this right here is the X Plus 30 centimeter Awakening version that just came out. I just did a review on this one too, but you can see how big Minilla is, right? So this is the G Store exclusive. It's a gorgeous figure. So if you guys haven't decided to pick one up, definitely grab one of these. And you know what? One more figure is the YMSF Chrome Hedera figure. These guys are pretty close. Yes, they are. And this is one of my most favorite YMSF figures yet. The chrome application is just insane. It shines like crazy outside too. It's a great one. Highly recommend it. I don't know if they'll make another one. I do hope that they make a gold one if they haven't done it already. I'm not sure. I mean, I kind of got on the YMSF train a little bit late. But now back to this big fella here. As far as the basic score goes, I'm going to give it a very high score. It's probably one of my first items from that studio. I think you know what? I take that back. We do have some that are translated from that studio as an X Plus figure. I'm pretty certain. I think he's done some Gamera. So I know that it's just not widely announced that he's the sculptor. Although we should know, right? I mean, a lot of people are curious who did the sculpt. So so I did say that I gave this high marks. I'm very happy with this piece. It's very well constructed. It feels really strong. It's got some substantial weight, and I think each piece is probably going to have little variations, and that's pretty neat. That makes each a little bit unique. But I'm very happy with mine here, and no regrets that I picked it up. It's a very limited release. That is very cool. And if another company makes a Minya Minilla later on, that's okay. I mean, this is still a wonderful piece from this particular studio. So you know what, guys? I think that's it. I just wanted to show you this guy really quick. I was just so excited, and hopefully you guys can see what this statue is all about. And I think that's it. You know what? As of today, I noticed that I'm at 1K subscriber. I just made the 1K mark. I wasn't quite anticipating it to happen today. I need to go back and check, and every once in a while it gets, you get a couple and then one drops off. So by the next video, I am going to show what the final giveaway item is, and then shortly after that, I will do an episode where I give the details on how we're going to do the giveaway. All right, so thanks again for watching, and if you guys have not subscribed, please do so. I appreciate all your support, and I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.